before and after marketing. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Wanted to talk about a marketing tactic that has become so cliche and so common that we're all aware of it to some extent. But there's a reason why it's become common. There's a reason why it's become a cliche. It's because it has always worked. For some reason, if you can give some, especially a visual before and after photograph of something that happened, photograph, video, if you can put it side by side, the difference that those pictures contain, and we oftentimes see it with weight loss. That's one of the most common things is a before and after in weight loss. But you see it also in a negative way when somebody's had bad plastic surgery or gotten in a bad accident. Before and after. Now that's not as much used in advertising, but it's the same concept. If you can take two things and put them right next to each other with the concept of having an apples to apples comparison, that does more than a million words can do. It is one of those, a picture's worth 1,000 words concept. And it works. It works really well. It draws a person in. It makes them think about it. So I want to show you this example. This is a local gentleman that I actually know through the Chamber of Commerce. And his company, Zero Gravity Tree Service, where they fix trees. Now, around this area, it's very common. We're very heavily wooded in Grants Pass, Oregon. And so you have a lot of tree services. And this gentleman's showing a before and after of them trimming trees. And you can see from the house that you got two different situations. It's perfect. It's perfect. It draws a person in to say, okay, well, even if they did nothing but just see the picture, it draws them into the story and what is actually being said. Pictures have that ability, especially if you have two pictures that are somewhat similar, and it draws a person in to say, okay, what's going on here? And automatically you get into some form of a conversation in their head because you're telling them a story that goes along with these pictures. And it's a time-based thing. It automatically pulls in a whole nother dimension because you're seeing a before and an after. This is very subtle, very simple, and it's almost so simple that most people don't understand how powerful it is. But you're engaging a part of the brain through this psychology that is just impossible to miss. It's impossible to not draw attention with a before and after picture. And like I said, most common with weight loss, we see it over and over and over again. But why do people still use it? Why do they still use it in those industries? It's because it works. It's because it works. The before and after concept is unbeatable. It's one of those tactics that will always be around to some extent, even though regulators have been very strict about how to go about doing before and after. But even before photographs, you had comparisons. You had two different people that went two different ways. One person became rich, the other person didn't. What's the difference between the two? Well, the person that became rich read the Wall Street Journal, of course, is a famous, piece of sales that was done years and years old, I believe over 100 years ago. And this is just common. This is how it works. If you can wrap your mind around that concept, or even if you don't know how it works, but if you put out your idea to show a before and after of somebody that has either gotten benefit from what it is you provide, or what have you, you can go in a billion different directions with this. If you could provide a before and after, you're gonna succeed in pulling a person in to a storyline, especially if you can do it visually. That's really helpful. That's all I've got for today. Content marketing is a great way to get that message out, but the toughest thing is grabbing a person's attention to begin with. And so the before and after is a way of doing that, but content marketing is how you then take that attention and turn it into relationship. And that relationship turns into hopefully money in most cases if you're marketing something, if you're selling something. But even if you're selling an idea, you're selling a concept, it turns that attention turns into relationship. That relationship turns into an ongoing benefit. hopefully for the person that's paying attention. So if that makes sense, even if it doesn't, go check out my training, all on content marketing. It gives you a real basis on whether you should be doing content marketing at all. It's called contentmarketingquestion.com. It's over an hour's worth of training in this area. I also provide back-end way to get a hold of me if you have any follow-up questions, money back guarantee. Go check it out, contentmarketingquestion.com. That's all I have for tonight. You have a good one. We'll be back next time. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.